Hi, it's Bran.
Hi, it's Dan. What a day it is today,
What
Bran.
a day it is today because
it's Groomsmen again.
It's the Groomsmen extravaganza.
The Groomsmen Ganza.
Dan, we were one of the few, the proud, that
The Marines.
joined
We were not
Hallmark Plus
We did.
last fall to review these movies. We were
Joined
ahead of
the
the
plus.
curve.
We joined the plus.
We were ahead of the curve on that one.
That's right.
But we know that many of you did not join Hallmark Plus, and you were watching these movies for the very first time.
That's right.
Instead of you having to go fight through the back catalog to find these reviews,
That's right.
we're going to make it very easy for you, and we will be releasing these as if they are the new episode of the week.
They're new to you.
They're new
They're
to
new
you.
to you. That's
And
exactly
so
right.
These are the Groomsmen episodes that we've recorded last fall with Alonso, but you get to enjoy them now that they're airing on Hallmark Channel. And you can also watch our episodes of this. If you're listening, you can watch on YouTube. Just go to deckthehallmark.com. All that information is on there, and you can subscribe for every single day. We got new episodes over on our YouTube. So go
what a
and
deal.
check that out. Dan, is it time for Groomsmen?
It's time for Groomsmen. Hit it.
Enjoy. Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark Plus not Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark Plus not Christmas movies.
I'm Alonso, and Hallmark Plus, I do. And this is the
Deck
Deck
the
the Hallmark
Hallmark
Podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
You know what's fun to do
boy.
is do a kickoff episode.
Preview episode?
Do a kickoff episode on Friday. On
Yeah.
Saturday,
Chicken Sisters.
Chicken Sisters. So it's like, okay, that's fine. It's like a little
Sure.
Monday. Groomsmen. When does Groomsmen come out? I don't
Came
actually
out
know.
yesterday.
All I know,
Thursday, 17th.
yeah, no, but
Thursday.
I don't know when this episode's coming out. But all I do know is that it's not a Christmas movie, and I don't know.
It is-
I don't know
It's
what's
our
going
7th
on.
year, Brand.
Yes.
This is the first time we've done preview kickoff not Christmas. Ever.
Well, look, Hallmark Plus, they said it'd be a game changer, and here we are.
It has
Game
changed
change.
the game. Oh, we've got a
Okay.
paper
So
calendar.
yes.
Look it
So
up.
we did a few Christmas movies, and then we're right back at it with
We're
Groomsmen.
back at it
All
with
right.
Groomsmen.
But
So
it's
it comes out in
fine.
a week or so.
Yes.
We're at the Marathon House.
Yeah, we
How's
are.
it going, guys?
So
Do you-
spoiler alert, we
Yeah.
recorded this before the marathon on Friday. And so we don't actually know how the marathon went, but I am so happy to have, and this is news to you, I talked to somebody from the future.
What?
I know. They said we raised over $1 million.
$1 million?
Yes. And we got 100,000 new Bramble Gem Plus subscribers.
Wow.
100. So
I
one
know.
of every 10 donors joined Bramble Jam
Yes.
Plus.
It was a
100,000
YouTube-
times 10 is $1 million. So we also made $1 million a month. On this
YouTube
deal?
is saying it's the biggest,
Pretty great.
the biggest,
The
li-
biggest.
the
Did
biggest
they offer
live
any
of all
stock
time.
tips for the future by chance?
And us.
In
We're-
all-
we
in
went
all
public,
seriousness- Yeah, we did get an IPO. I
Yes,
forgot about
that
that.
was
In all
actually a pretty
seriousness, guys, thanks for raising redacted amount of money.
Yes.
For
We'll put it in.
Yeah, for beloved Asheville. What a time! What a
Oh,
time
amazing.
we are going to had.
Yes, 100%. And I got to be honest, we're out here in Taylor's, which is an area we don't venture off to very
love
much.
Taylor's.
I think the big takeaway from Taylor's is that it's not
Under martial
Greenville.
law.
It's not Greenville.
Yeah, correct.
There's nothing like Greenville. You go to downtown Greenville, you have a wonderful time. Then you come out to Taylor's and you're like, I wish I was back in Greenville.
Yeah.
But the house is amazing.
The house is unbelievable.
But
Yeah, if I'd ever
Unbelievable.
left the house, I would have an opinion about Taylor's.
Yes.
but,
After this,
you
we'll
know.
take a venture
Well,
out.
how about that? But shout out to Visit Greenville for once again being our location sponsor for the season. And it's great to be out in Taylor's to be reminded of how wonderful Greenville is.
Yes, it
Not
is.
that there's
It's,
anything
yeah, that
wrong with
Greenville.
Taylor's. It's just that downtown Greenville's just really special.
Nobody said, yeah, that Taylor's is all.
I'm not seeing a waterfall out here.
No,
I'll
there's
give
no-
you that much.
no
And
waterfall
Also,
in
shout
here.
out to Philo. You can watch this living room episode of Deck the Hallmark only on Philo. Philo
Very
TV.
casual,
Right.
very casual.
We did have our tuxes on, but we thought since we're sitting on the
Yeah, we're
couch,
gonna
I didn't
go
want it was a
cash.
crease situation.
That's right.
And if for a not Christmas episode, we do still have a tree up, so you get a little taste of everything.
And I'm sure people at this point are aware of Christmas Movie Magic, the card game. And you might be wondering, how does that game work with the Groomsmen? It does still a little bit. You got to work a little bit harder,
yeah, you
because
gotta-
some of those
Sure.
it snows.
It
Those
doesn't work nearly as easily, but you could make it
could
work.
make it
It's
work.
not.
with
There's
a
not an
little bit.
absence of tropes going on.
That's
here.
not. Yes, the tropes are still there. So it's almost like Christmas Movie Magic advanced is to watch a Hallmark movie that's not a Christmas movie and see if you can still win. I think that's a way you could do it.
Difficulty level 6.
Oh, through the roof.
Hallmark.com/game though. It's sweeping the nation.
Game.
It's sweeping the /game.
/game.
What
game.
would you have slashed
We
it?
know cards, maybe. I don't know. Magic. I don't know. /game.
/game.
This is the one game.
We've never had one.
I love it.
And now we have one.
Saving /magic for when he has an all Orlando Magic podcast.
Orlando Magic.
Clearly.
Deck the
Oh
Hallmark,
my
yeah.
gosh! Can you imagine?
The listener would be thrilled.
Uh-oh, here's something for you down here. You can't see it, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Look, this is one of the few times a year where I get to actually say the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
You know what? I was going to point
in
this
the
out.
room.
You did it with us, and I still felt like you were slightly behind.
Because I'm used to that pause.
You are. Yeah.
Once you're used to it, it's hard to get over.
I forgot that I got to say it.
You were so
usually I have to stop
excited.
myself,
It is. Only a
so-
couple times a year we get to be in a room together to do this. So it's fun.
Alonso, during this time, especially with the Groomsmen coming out and whatnot, and a little bit of a few weeks still until the Netflix Christmas movie take off, we still wanted you to be joining us. And so what better way than to bring you on for the Groomsmen?
Sure.
The Christmas guy, we're like, could you do the Groomsmen?
Well, look, let's face it, we're going to get a gay one in this trilogy,
gonna get a
so
gay one.
I'm glad that there's some representation happening.
I knew so little about this that I wasn't sure what they were going to do with Jonathan Bennett,
Right.
Based off of what they're doing this holiday season, which is not
Yeah,
much.
well, kicking everything to Hallmark Plus apparently
Yes,
is the name of the game, and it's all Jonathan Bennett.
It's all Jonathan Bennett, and it's all behind a paywall.
Yeah, the Cruise, Christmas Con, and the Hallmark Plus channel.
And the Christmas Experience.
yeah,
I guess
whatever
is
that
there
Jingles
too, right?
Run. There was something in.
Oh, there was
New York.
that too. The Jingle Stop tour. Yeah.
Yeah, Jingle Stop Tour. That's
No, Jonathan Bennett is representing the company.
Yes, he is.
happy to be there, front and center, doing his thing.
Only
And
behind
he's
a
a good
paywall.
MC too.
Great
he's
MC.
very good. At
He
it.
hosts like nobody's business.
Yeah.
A great
But
MC.
yeah, his actual content. Yeah, we'll see you on streaming.
on streaming. Let's talk about the first of the Groomsmen, First Look, which I was confused.
Yeah,
I thought
you
it
thought
was
it was a special.
I
teaser.
did. I thought it was a
teaser.
teaser, and then I was like, "Oh, this
They're
is the
calling
movie."
it First Look.
It's a first look preview, kick back, kick off,
Off
to look back.
for the film.
That's right.
Directed by Ron Oliver.
Directed by
And
Ron
how?
Oliver. And how? Got it. I was like, and how? Who is that? A director I should know?
And how
It's
the
directed-
producer, she's acclaimed in her field.
And how
directed
co-directed
by Ron Oliver and his
How.
new directing partner.
how?
How?
it. That's right.
Yeah.
Originally premiered on October 17th, 2024. And it went a little something like this. So this woman walks into this bar, I guess, pub.
Woman walks into a bar.
And she's hiding. And the woman at the store is like, "Why? Well, who are you hiding from?" And she peeks out and she says, "Them. The Groomsmen." They said it, the name. The store owner the pub owner is like, "Oh, what's the story here? What are you doing?"
She's literally a runaway bride.
She is. Yes. And she says it all started with a wedding. Cut back to a wedding. We see a guy in a suit. He's talking on the phone. His name is Dr. Byer, Pete Byer. And he bumps into a girl. Not the girl from the beginning, though. It's a different girl, and that threw me for a loop there for a second. It's Hannah's Maid of Honor. We know Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah.
It's Hannah's Maid of Honor, Hannah Montana. They bond over thinking that clip ties are cheating, which, get over yourself. Clip ties are awesome and amazing.
Can I be both on this?
Yeah.
I think for some occasions you want to go the whole way, especially even in a tux. Bow ties are a real bead of
they
tie.
are. Yeah.
But you know what? You make the effort.
Bow ties are a beat to tie. That is exactly right. And so she's nervous about giving a speech, and Dr. Byer, Pete over there, is good friends with Danny, who's the best man. Turns out she's a doctor too. Dr. Chelsea over there. Dr. Chelsea.
You like to be a doctor too.
Yes. There's one other groomsman. His name is Jackson. Jackson, Danny, and Pete. They've been best friends since summer camp, and they love hanging out, and they love choreographed dances. You need to know that.
Yeah.
They love a
They were
choreographed
kids.
dance.
That was what
And
they
I think the
bonded
good
on.
news is I know we got 2 more of these. I don't think we'll ever see this dance
We're
again.
not going to
Oh,
see
heavens
these.
There's no way they bring it.
No world
They
will
would
bring it
never.
back.
No,
They
no.
wouldn't.
Pete finds...
Sister swap. This is not.
No. Pete finds Chelsea, and they
Three
end
wise
up
groomsmen.
dancing together. They end up talking, but turns out she lives halfway around the world. They hang out basically the whole evening, but she drops the bomb that she leaves in the morning. She is like, we should stay in touch. And he's like, we're not actually going to stay in touch, are we? He kisses her hand. They go their own ways. But the next day, Pete's hanging out with the boys. And Danny is like, what about long-distance relationship? Jackson's like, actually, you might be perfect for long-distance relationship. You're like so organized. You're stuck in your ways. It might be good for you. And Pete is like, well, what do? I said, no, I didn't get her number or anything. They're like, you got to stop her before she goes to the airport and tell her that she's all you ever wanted, all you ever needed. Yeah. So they get to the hotel, and womp womp, she's gone. So he chases after what he thinks is her cab, but turns out it's not her cab. She wasn't in a cab at all. She was still at the hotel, and she's just right there. So he comes back, drinks some water, shoots his shot horribly, I might add. But she's like, I feel the same way that you do, but I don't know what we're going to do about living so far away. And he's like, I don't either, but I want to try. So they exchange numbers. They take a picture together, and that's all you need. So they start texting nonstop. They're cute, texting doctor stuff. You know, like, hey, what do you think about what Johnny has going on? And she's like, it could be anything. So then one thing leads to another. They start talking on the phone, and then one day, everything changes because video call. Jackson takes this very seriously. He sends his client, Celeste, to do makeup before the call. He goes to do the call. There's no answer. Then he gets a text from her that says, sorry, this isn't working. And then he's like, she blocked me.
Highlight of the movie.
Blocked me. Jackson and Danny are like, well, maybe she's, going through some stuff or something. And he's like, I knew it was too good to be true. But one night, I guess it was that night, he's woken up by a call. It's her, and she's like, hey, sorry about last night. The storm came through, knocked out my internet. Just got it back. So
And when that happens, it blocks you.
It makes it seem you can't get through.
When the
Can't
storm
get through.
comes through, it blocks anybody you're romantically involved
I
with.
think what happened was he sent the text and it didn't go through, so he assumed.
But instead of assuming, he just said, she blocked me.
Yeah, that's true. So all is back as it should be. Now they just want to see each other in person, which is easier said than done. They're both so busy. But one day, he's at Danny's nephew's birthday, and she just shows up. So I guess not that busy. And she's like, I'm here one night. Let's go on a proper date. And Danny is like, we're going shopping. They go out on their dates, and they realize that it's harder than they anticipated. Not just because there's a guitar player right in their faces, but because they're so used to just talking online all the time. So they leave and go somewhere that matters to him, where they can be a little bit more relaxed. Philly cheesesteak. They go for a walk, and she tells him the truth. I came here to break up with you, but after tonight, I think we got to keep trying. This is something special. And he's like, I know what you mean, and I know what we should do next. Not that. Perverts.
Heavens,
they just
no.
kiss.
Yeah, no.
They kiss.
Hallmark's not that.
It's not Hallmark After Dark.
Not that. His boys tell him that whatever they do, don't say I love you first. Whatever you do, you can't say that. And she gets in the cab, and he chases after the cab again. And finally, they catch up, and he says it. She says it back. The crowd literally cheers. He decides that he wants to propose, and the boys are like, don't you think you should spend more time in person together? And he's like, whatever, I don't know. I think it's great. Even crazier, he's going to surprise her. Surprise her by showing up in person and dropping the question. He lands, but accidentally drops his ring box onto the luggage carousel. He climbs back through the place that you don't climb through. He gets detained by TSA. Luckily, TSA knows Chelsea, and if you know Chelsea, you let somebody off.
Sure.
No problem. As they're walking out, they hand him the ring box, and he's like, well, here's this. So he just proposes right there in the airport, and she says yes. They go to meet her parents.
And everybody literally cheers again.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's another
it's
cheer
another
situation.
cheer, yeah.
And so they go to meet her parents, and her parents are very, intense, specific, and the mom gets upset.
Hoity-toity, I think we
Yes,
should say.
hoity-toity. gets upset that they want to get married on the beach. And so they end up compromising by getting married at a 5-star resort by the beach. So I guess that's a compromise. His mom shows up and is like, all of this is wrong. The earth is telling me it's wrong. And she says that she's going to be the officiant at the wedding. And they're like, what? The groomsmen get there and they're like, we are going to go to camping because that's where we met. Summer camp. We should go camping.
Yes.
And
Camping Minnesota.
yes, camping Minnesota. This is all too much for Chelsea. There's a lot going on here.
Metropolis. There's no camp anywhere.
She storms off and she's like, just go camping with the boys. Let's take some time apart. And camping's a disaster. The massive storms come. They're lost. And because of the storm, all of the cell service is gone.
People are blocked left and right.
Blocked.
But
And
only romantic.
planes are grounded. Go to your room, mister.
He's definitely blocked.
Yeah. Pete gets into a big argument with the groomsmen, and he just leaves. They go after him. They make up. It's nice. The next day, things are better. And they get back, and Chelsea tells that they can't wait to share the rest of the life with each other and blah, blah, blah. While they're out at the beach, they just end up getting married at the beach. That's how they wanted to get married in the first place. They kiss. They're married. So you might be wondering, what about the beginning of the movie? What about that girl? Well, she says that Pete and Chelsea are only the beginning. There was another wedding.
Oh, my God.
And that, my friends, was the Groomsmen First Look.
We did it.
We did do it.
Yeah.
We did do it.
That was a big old hunkin' synopsis.
I
there.
know. I you know what I've noticed? I take better synopses when you're not around.
But here's
I
the
think
thing
we're really
about that is
focused in.
I would disagree. You take more accurate synopses. They're not better, though.
And who wants that, really?
They're longer. They're more accurate. It's just not what we're about.
No, it's not what we're about at all. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we will get to the whatever it is. Hot take. Here on Deck the Hallmark.
Take it back.
We're back. Hello, everybody. We're talking Groomsmen First Look, first movie. Let's break it down the only way that we know how. We don't know any other way.
4 segments. That's
4
all we got.
segments, maybe
Yeah.
a razzle dazzle. We're going to start with a hot take, though. We're going to share exactly how we felt about this movie. We're not going to hold back, and I will start with you, Alonso. Alonso, not a lot of non-Christmas movies in your Deck the Hallmark repertoire. I don't know if there
right. Maybe
is
a
another
dozen.
one.
There's a few,
Maybe a
yeah.
couple.
A couple. One that you weren't at, sir.
So
right.
maybe
It's true.
not your expertise.
Not really.
That
no.
woman told
But-
everybody about her cancer aside from her daughter. That was the one he wasn't at. It's the only that's how I remember that movie.
You are
The milkman knew.
That's right. Everybody knew.
a classic.
That's right. Yeah.
But you are a film critic.
It's
So
true.
Christmas or not, I
journalist.
think that you are qualified for this. What do you think about the Groomsmen First Look?
I had fun. I have to say, I watched this on the plane, and which might be the ideal place
That
to
might
watch
be
a
the
Hallmark
perfect
movie.
place for this.
You know, I sat out Wedding Veil and Love Club.
That was my question.
So this is sort of my first kind of interlocking, trilogy. I came in and out of Dune Bay, but not really didn't really commit. So my interest is peaked now where this story is going, obviously. But I think this is fun. This to me feels like Ron Oliver in his wheelhouse. There's comedic bits and like physical comedy things. There's a hotel, there's a lot of the stuff that he really excels at.
And he has made a hotel movie.
He loves a hotel.
He loves a hotel.
More
He's
than
made
he's-
several. He
Yes.
made the Plaza one. He made
Plaza.
the one that we didn't love with the
Prime,
giant sandwich.
the
Yes.
Prime movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he loves a hotel.
Big sandwich.
He loves a hotel.
There might even be another one with a hotel. I don't know.
Loves a hotel.
We're only one movie into a trilogy, so who knows? But no, it has that kind of sprightly editing. I think he is a fan of your sort of old school rom-com. So I had a good time. It's it is. I don't have a lot to compare it to again in the non-Christmas realm, but I think it's brisk. I think the performances were fun. The 3 guys I think have a convincing we've been friends for years chemistry. So I'm curious to see where this goes.
So let's start with the groomsmen themselves. Do I like them? Yes, I do.
I mean, Jonathan Bennett, Tyler Hynes, BJ Britt.
A wonderful combination of fellas.
Yes.
And I wish that there was more time of them, even though I do feel like they got a decent amount, especially
They got
compared
more
to,
than the three ladies in
yes.
Wedding Bill.
I like them together a lot. Do I care about the story that was told in this episode or this movie? I don't know. It's real. It couldn't be more cut and dry.
True.
Here's a love story, and that's it.
Long
And
distance is the
long
one.
distance.
Like,
here it
thing,
is.
Obstacle.
They get married. Bada bing, bada boom.
You're right.
And so that was kind of like, okay, I guess that's something. I didn't really buy this couple. Really, it didn't really. They didn't really work for me. Even though I liked them both individually, like together, I didn't think they loved each other at all. They weren't screaming love to me.
Huh.
I thought she was going to break up with him multiple times.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't want to break up. I want to continue.
I wasn't blocking you.
They definitely set up some moments where you think, oh, they're going to have the talk, and then they don't.
She just seemed uncomfortable to me for a good bit. When they were together, she didn't like. It wasn't like the comfort.
I think you're
being.
I think you're being kind. I never mind. BJ Britt should get more work.
He was great.
I never mind.
Has he been in these before?
He's been in a Christmas. He was in a Christmas movie last year. The magic.
Oh, is it the Angel one?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes. Okay.
He's
yes.
so like, just fun. He's just fun.
He's just very, and I
He's
love
game. Like,
Yes.
he's up for whatever this movie's
I
gonna throw
never
at him.
mind seeing Heather Hemmens.
She's great.
Like
Yep.
the two of them together, I felt like they didn't even want to be in the same room with each other.
Huh.
To me, I did not see that. I didn't see it. Like I didn't see them getting married after spending 3 hours together. Like that was crazy talk.
I mean, they didn't melt the screen for me, but I bought them as a couple.
The best scene of their chemistry was the first one.
That's what I was just about to say. That when they're slow dancing together, that
Out in the hallway out
that
there, and
works.
she ties his bow tie. That's the best scene for me.
I thought when the pretzel scene was pretty good, and I don't know. I mean, we'll get to the sandwiches, but that's
we're
gonna
get to the sandwiches.
Yeah.
So all that to say, like as far as
Ron Oliver's just messing with us with sandwiches. He's like, I'm going to put another fake sandwich in there.
Hold it.
No, sorry.
two things I know about Ron Oliver: loves hotels, loves sandwiches.
That's true. There are motifs to be found here.
Yeah. So just overall, I'm definitely intrigued by the groomsmen themselves, and I think that it is enough to carry this trilogy along. Just the three of them together. I don't know what I'm looking like. I feel like typical Hallmark rom-coms, the relationship story is just more like higher peaks, lower valleys almost. And this was just to me, aside from it being long distance, which
There was no all is lost. moment.
it was pretty much just like here's just a story that is not unique at all, really.
I mean, I'm guessing it's because they had to make time for the groomsmen to have their stuff.
Yes.
How does the Wedding Veil movie balance the
Wedding
here's
Veil
the
just
buddies and
does
here's
one
the
scene early in the early ones, and then they have like video calls.
I see.
There is way more time
Yes.
with Hynes, Bennett, and Britt together
Gotcha.
in this movie than in any of at least the first two Wedding Veils. I think in the third one they're all together a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they did it that way. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But all to say, not bad.
So this movie has so much going for it. We love Ron Oliver,
Love them.
love Tyler Hynes, love Jonathan Bennett, love BJ Britt, love Heather Hemmens. This, in my opinion, I was flummoxed. This is the worst timeline of this movie existing to me. I thought it was terrible. I
Thought it was terrible?
I thought it was terrible.
Watch it again on a plane.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get on a plane, watch again. And this thing had my full attention. Maybe that was my problem. Was when I'm with you, it doesn't get my full attention, and I'm a little easier on the movie. I had nothing to do, nowhere to go all day to get there, and I'm watching this movie because I'm waiting on Ryan Popola at the airport. It's just me in my car watching this movie, and I had a hard time. I thought the scripting was really bad. I thought the two leads didn't have any chemistry. For a movie that has as many plot points as you read in that synopsis, so many to meet, define the relationship, talk about long distance, chase after a cab twice, go visit each other on both continents.
Try and close montage.
Yeah, one side of meet the parents, meet the other parents, camping. There's just no there. It's just like something that goes from one scene. It's like vignettes from a Hallmark movie, and they're all just there, and they're all kind of connected by these three guys who I also did not like. I did not think Tyler Hynes was doing anything of substance here for maybe the first time I've ever seen him. I didn't think Jonathan Bennett was buyable as the sports guy who also loves fashion at all. Didn't see it. I didn't think BJ Britt had anything to add. I got to be like, everything about this didn't work for me. I watched the movie and I kept telling myself, by the end of this movie, you're not going to feel this way. But by the end of the movie, I preferred the wedding veil.
Oh,
Wow.
You're so full of it.
I preferred the wedding veil.
You are
It's a hot take,
full of
Dan,
it.
not scorching. Come on.
I preferred the wedding veil. And I listen.
I don't even. You don't even believe that,
Dude, why would I say it? Why would I say it?
Because you're doing a
what,
thing.
What in the world
You're doing a
do
thing.
I have to gain by this? No, like
Fun?
I 100%.
It's fun. It's fun for you.
I'm here to be honest. I'm not here for fun. I wouldn't watch these movies if I was here for fun. I'm here to be honest.
I believe you. I'm
I don't
shocked.
Why would I lie? Have I ever lied to you ever?
well,
Brandon.
you know that what?
Oh, well, I mean, Shimble. we don't have to get into it. Here's the thing: is in
Shimbleshanks.
the Wedding Veil movie, which is robbed, Shimbleshanks was robbed.
Yes.
That's not a lie.
That should have
Yes.
gotten in that balloon.
No question about it.
Best cat.
The Wedding Veil, which I hate.
Hold on. I thought he was a dog.
No, Shimbleshanks.
A cat is not a dog.
come on.
Can we be clear on that?
Come on, man.
My
I thought
bad.
we'd gone over it.
Dude,
That's my
it's
bad.
It's like you don't even listen to Dame Judi Dench.
That's my bad.
My thing with The Wedding Veil is it's a terrible movie. I think that the three ladies in that movie have better chemistry than these three dudes. One. Two.
No. Just no.
Yes.
These guys had chemistry.
No, I disagree.
They were great together.
They weren't. It was like they were
were
all-
great together.
I thought they were great together. And I'm going to say this. I
disagree.
I think that Tyler Hynes is intentionally underplaying because he is paired with Bennett, who is always at 11.
He's always at 11.
And so
True.
I thought that interaction was really fun because they're sort of maybe going a little overboard on what they normally do in these movies. Because Tyler Hynes is generally like Mr. Laid Back, cool guy, and Jonathan Bennett's always like on and the big eyes and the and so I thought together that
Except for his movie with Peña Vega. I think that's the
man,
one.
he's a little more chill in
little
that
more
one.
chill.
He's still
Very chill
eyebrows
in that
like
movie.
crazy in that.
Well,
one.
sure.
But I thought together that they
Christmas
kind of
Made to
like
Order,
they
I
found a middle ground together that I had fun with. But maybe you thought,
I-
you thought that Hynes just
I
wasn't doing
can't
anything.
believe-
I thought all three of these guys have given, like, are better in almost everything I've ever seen them in. And I say that knowing two of these two. I've never met Mr. Britt. I'm sure he's wonderful. Knowing Jonathan, knowing Tyler, and knowing, I'm not saying that they're not good actors. What I'm saying is none of this worked for me. It was a tough slog. It was.
I think you were in a bad space.
The
I think you were in a
attempts-
bad space.
Well, I wasn't.
You were in a bad space.
The attempts
Bad
at
frame of
humor,
mind.
I was like I literally just a couple times in the movie I went, oof.
Hey, did you watch
Like-
this after the baseball game?
I watched it the first half of it before and the second half of it after. So the first
interesting.
45 minutes I watched before the baseball game.
That's interesting.
Second half after the baseball game.
That's
Which
interesting.
that wouldn't have anything to
When
do
the
with.
Yankees got shellacked, that
Well,
baseball
well,
game?
they ain't shellacked. They got beat very closely. It was
was
you
a-
know.
All I'm guys. Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
What,
Okay.
I don't understand how we're at episode 1300
I've
in a Hallmark Plus movie called The Groomsmen, and all of a sudden you can't buy that I'm
You think
telling
he's
you.
making it up.
I can't buy. I believe you when with your opinion until you say that this is worse than the wedding veil.
I didn't say it was worse than the wedding veil. I
You said give me.
I
You
liked the wedding veil more
no.
than this movie.
I just don't. I don't think it's humanly possible.
It is.
I don't think
Brandon.
it is humanly possible.
Brandon, it is. I like. And here's the thing: is the only thing I will
Fire up the wedding veil. Let's
the
see.
only thing I will say.
put it on.
The only thing I will say to your point is, I do have the foreknowledge of having seen all the Wedding Veil movies. So in my head, what's playing is the Autumn Reeser movie in Italy, which is miles better than this movie. Is just the Lacey Kevin McGarry movie miles better than this movie? Probably not, but they're close.
That's
So you're rating a trilogy versus a movie that you've
Well,
seen
it's
a third
hard.
of the
They all
trilogy.
kind of conflate together.
Okay, gotcha.
So I will give you that like in my head.
Okay.
Those, you know,
Great.
Let's get
Thank
to
you
the
for
end
that.
of
That's
this, and
nice.
then
we'll-
That's helpful.
Yes.
That's helpful.
But-
I didn't
but-
know that you were doing that ridiculous comparison.
Well, no,
so now that I know that
I'm
you're
just
doing
saying.
that,
I'm just saying in my head, it's hard. Those movies all run together.
sure.
So like,
So now that I know
my
that,
opinion-
we'll come back at the end of these.
my opinion of The Wedding Veil is higher. higher than my opinion of the Groomsmen as it currently stands.
I've never seen you lower than after the first wedding veil. You
The-
were
the
at an
first-
all-time low.
But at the time we watched that movie, which was January,
Yes.
that's a tough time, Brand.
Tough time, yes.
I mean, this movie, we just saw Haunted Wedding, which is probably the best, if not the best movie of the year, one of the top 3 movies of the year. We got Christmas movies to watch. This movie, which has star wattage for days, I could, like, showing up, you should be a 4 of 10 in this movie. And I thought it was the worst possible Ron Oliver movie, the worst possible Tyler Hynes movie, the worst possible Heather Hemmens movie. None of it, it was literally, next scene, there's a problem, just kidding, it's resolved. These 3 went to camp together. I don't buy it. They've definitely never seen a Philadelphia before. Like, I want to be very clear. Like, the idea that these 3 are from Philly, get out of here. Philadelphia as a city.
Did you see Jonathan Bennett's Phillies
He had
shirt?
2 Phillies polos. I
What
think
do you
that
mean?
settles it.
That's Philly.
And you eat lettuce and tomato on a Philly cheesesteak, as you always do.
All right,
Save it for the way it was.
let's get to all the fields.
None of it worked for me. None of it. It was the worst timeline of this movie existed.
We'll revisit that. It's chapter 3. Let's get to all the feels. We're talking about when this movie gave us feels. Alonso.
Well, as mentioned, I think I liked the 3 of them together, but I think specifically that Bennett and Hynes were going so hard on their sort of individual brand and knocking those 2 things together, I thought was a smart move here, and the BJ Britt sort of balances the 2 of them. So that gave me feels. Look, this is a movie where 2 guys beat their best friend with sticks, and I'm here for it in a Hallmark movie. That is the kind of like big physical comedy move I think that they would never have earlier.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
This is a moment, besides what we're about to get with like Jonathan Bennett's romantic storyline, that for me was like, yep, we are post Bill Abbott. You would never see that, and that made me laugh quite a bit. There were a couple of things in this movie that sort of made me chortle out loud, which doesn't usually happen.
Not me.
And I don't know. I generally was like, I'm not gonna like die on the hill of this movie, but I was entertained.
There we go.
When I found out that Tyler Hynes was going to be in another buddy movie with a dance sequence, I said, "Is this now the thing? Is this now the thing?" We put Tyler Hynes.
Considering how it
and they do
appears
the
that he
dances.
has no desire to dance at all.
I was like, I don't
Tyler
want.
appears for all the money in the world. He has no desire to dance.
Well, you don't make him
In
dance.
either of those movies.
Don't make him
me
dance.
dance.
Don't make me dance.
I was like, okay, this is now just what we're gonna do. But you put Shake Your Groove thing behind any dance number,
Peaches
and
Herb.
and I immediately am all in. They couldn't have picked.
And how?
Dude, did you see how
Dude,
on that
so
dance
good.
floor? Amazing.
Unbelievable.
You put that song behind anything and it's working for me. It was a jam, and I think the perfect jam for an okay dance number.
It was a terrible dance.
Too much editing in that dance number, which
So
means they
much.
didn't have enough rehearsal.
It was
time.
got to kick it up a
It
number
was-
of edits during a dance sequence.
Dude, that dance sequence was a tough watch.
Si se puede.
It was the Si Se Puede. It was easily the only scene that really worked for me in this movie was when Heather Hemmens and BJ Britt meet each other. I thought that scene really worked well. I was like, oh man, these 2, it's going to be great. That's the only scene that really worked.
Is that your feels?
That's it. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
out.
interesting. Let's take a quick break. We'll
We
come back
spent
with
like a half an hour with you.
That's true.
Telling me I was lying about my hot take. Have I ever said that to you?
that I'm lying. No, because I tell the truth. We'll be
Yeah.
right back to Hallmark.
You're just a ball.
Hi, welcome back to Deck the Hallmark. We're talking Groomsmen.
Yeah, we are.
The Uno.
The Uno.
And Uno. And it's time for the Wait What. It's where we talk about what in this movie made us go, wait, what? And I will start with you, Alonso.
So I come from a family of a lot of doctors. I'm the disappointment in so many ways, but one of them is that I did not become
Don't
an
you
MD.
dare. Yeah.
My father, all 3 of my brothers, one of my sisters, various in-laws, at least one niece. It's tons of doctors, and doctors love to be called doctor.
Yeah, they do.
And in this movie, we have the concierge calling him Mister. We have the
All the time.
TSA guy in Bulgaria calling her Ms. I'm like, no, doctor,
Always.
and they would be corrected if they weren't doing it. And so that was a thing that bugged me. What is the time difference between Philadelphia and Bulgaria?
The Hallmark
because
doesn't know.
this movie, the sun is shining on both of them.
It's actually Bulgaria, Ohio. It's very close to Camping, Minnesota.
Near
It's not
Camping,
that bad.
Minnesota. Yeah. I'm like, could we try? Because like this, it's got to be at least like 7 or 8 hours. Like Philadelphia to
7 hours from.
Okay, Philadelphia to Paris is 6. So all right. So it would be a funkier thing.
That's right.
I mean, so that was like they didn't even try.
Both of them are on the same time zone for that. All of that.
In the opening wedding sequence, the step nephew of Jonathan Bennett tries to pick up the daughter of Tyler Hynes, and she blows him off. And Tyler Hynes tells him 15's a tough age. We find out later in the movie that both of those kids are 13. It is specifically in the dialogue. They talk about,
I think this is it.
She says, I'm 13. They go to his 14th birthday party. I'm like,
this movie seems like it was cobbled together and not ever really a cohesive thing. I think that's my issue.
In their defense, 15 is a tough
it is a tough age.
but they're not there yet.
That is empirically correct.
13? Also tough age.
13, however, is
Could've
maybe
said
more
that.
specifically what we're talking about. Am I picking nits? Yes, I am, but it made me laugh anyway. All right. They hold their sandwiches wrong. What monster did the food choreography in this movie? Nobody holds a hoagie
like
or
this?
a cheesesteak from left side to right side. No.
It's vertical,
the
not
Z
horizontal.
axis,
That's
not
right.
the X axis.
Come on, guys.
That was making me crazy. I'm like, okay, I get it. Actors don't
But
eat.
when you go to your
But,
local
like,
Philadelphia cheesesteak eatery in a restaurant, bar, grill, and hotel,
yes,
and order your cheesesteak best in town with lettuce and tomato, then you can hold it however you want to, because they know Philadelphia, and that's Philadelphia.
Yeah, like nobody in Vancouver knows how to make a proper Philly cheesesteak, and no one on the set told these actors how one holds a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah,
And
it
so-
wasn't nearly greasy enough. It wasn't like it looked like it was completely held together.
Oh yeah,
I
like
wonder if
that
there
bread
just
was
cheese on it.
dry.
Yeah.
That it?
Oh no.
Oh.
What
no.
dingbats go camping with cell phones and think that that's going to be a reliable thing for like mapping or compasses or anything?
No.
Like, I don't know how they do it in Camping, Minnesota, but it does not work. In Bulgaria, you're going to go out in the middle of the forest. You better have an actual compass and maybe a paper map, or else you're going to wind
I'm
up
fairly
in a cave
certain,
like
though,
these
that
guys.
your phone would still work as a compass. If you had like a compass app or something, I think you would
The
still.
compass itself, maybe, but like the GPS, like he talked about, I have a map in here. I'm like, well, that good for
Unless
you, Blair Witch. That's not
downloaded
going to
it.
do you anything.
Yeah, exactly right.
The storm happens, which means none of the guests can land at the airport. By the time the wedding happens, though, the weather is perfect, and yet we're not waiting for anybody.
Nope.
Sorry, guests. You get maybe a reception later, if nothing. And then just one last thing. At the very end, when they finally do get married, after all of the like, it's a 5-star resort, the fancy hoity-toity parents want everything to be just so, that canopy has a sign hanging in it that says Mr. and Mrs. that is tacky even by Hallmark store standards. If you walked into a Gold Crown store, you would not, maybe you would see the Mr. and Mrs. sign and you would think, no.
That's a Four Seasons sign.
That's no, that's not even a Hampton Inn sign. Like, no, maybe like at your bachelorette party or something.
Intercontinental didn't have a Mr. and Mrs.
Maybe at the shower, but like not at the actual wedding. Ixnay.
I have a few. I felt like, so at one point after the first evening, he's talking about how she's so amazing and I should have said something or whatever. And they like lay out like, hey, here's what you should say. And Danny is like, she's a home run. She's hitting out of the park. And Tyler's character's like, I think what Danny's trying to say with his baseball analogies is she's amazing. I felt like his analogies are pretty
straightforward.
BJ Britt understands home run.
Yes. Like,
I think we all understand home run.
Home run.
It wasn't like he was delving into like the pop fly rule or like
He's got an over
RBIs
one
or something,
OPS. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said it, pal.
I do admire this movie's commitment to like, we're going to let Jonathan Bennett be as like Jonathan Bennett as he wants to, but he's also going to be an employee of Major League Baseball.
It would have been cool if he sounded.
I dare you to say anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. And I I will. That's the problem is no one bought it. It's like, no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she and him have the conversation when he gets back to the hotel after running for the first time, and then he drinks and
Yeah, who's getting in that cab?
I don't know.
That's what was.
It's
I
not her.
forgot that one.
It's not her. But she's like, I gotta go now. Walk me out. And he's like, yes. By the time he gets up, she's already out the door.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
gone. She's
See
like,
ya.
walk me out.
Deuces.
Yeah. She runs out, and he's like, I'll get there when I get there.
Well,
that's
it's
not a
It's
walkout.
the longest morning imaginable.
Yes.
Anyway,
It is
they've already
so-
had.
oh my
they've
God.
had
Forever.
breakfast,
And it's
then they go to the hotel. Like, come on.
It's breakfast the day after the wedding. She has to leave in the morning. They're eating breakfast with their kid at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird morning.
Yes, it's a weird morning.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the long second.
It's the long second. Shout out.
They use the one. They
They use the one. It's the one off. When they don't have the service. He thinks that she blocked him. That whole thing. She calls him, and I believe it's 2 a.m. if the clock is correct because he's sleeping. But who can really say because he's sleeping with literally every light on?
Yep. Yep.
We've talked about this sometimes.
don't-
You could like. There couldn't be more
We
lights
understand
on.
you have to shoot the scene. This guy, it's broad daylight.
It's one thing that your curtains are open and all the light from outside
Yes.
coming in, but no, he's got lamps.
All the blinds are closed. Not hard to say what time it is, but he's got all the lights on, and so I don't know. It's an interesting choice. They're gonna go on their first date at 7 o'clock. It's better than 8. It's still too late for a date. I'm sorry.
7 o'clock would be. I think it's way too late.
It's too
obviously,
late.
but I
you
think
gotta pick someone up at 5.
everybody would
gotta-
agree that in a rom-com, 7 o'clock is the standard.
Still too early.
It's
It's still too late.
These
Still too
people
late.
aren't married yet.
I know. It's too late. It's too late.
too late,
5 o'clock. That's the best I can do.
dude. A 5:15 reservation.
Oh
Just
my!
sign me
There's
up right
nothing
now.
better. Nothing
You
better.
know you're not
in
going to
the
wait at
world.
all. It's going to be great.
God, it's
So-
life with Dave White. Believe me. I know
When
all
they
this.
are out on the camping trip and they go into the cave because it's raining or whatever, and after they make up, the friends, Jonathan Bennett character says, "I'm going to go sleep outside. I'm not going to deal with a spider." Give me the cave over sleeping outside, right? Like people would love to sleep in the protection of
Yeah.
a cave, right?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And the reason why he left the cave was because of bugs.
Surprise.
How is he? Like it just that was such a weird reason to leave the cave. Was bugs? It's like, as if the bugs are all in cave and go. We can't go outside.
Yeah,
We're
we hate the sun.
This is bugs know where the line is, and they don't leave.
yeah.
They would
They
never.
don't leave. And you did talk about the wedding at the end, but just imagine, I'm going to this country for a wedding. There's a delay of sorts. I don't even know if I'm going to make it. And you get there and you find out they've already had the wedding.
Already had the wedding. So
And they had it outside. And sorry, thanks for coming. That's tough. That's a tough break. Like even I don't. Did they even wait for because they had a smaller? They decided they wanted a small intimate wedding. Did they even wait for the proper time, like the time that they said they were going to have the wedding? If people
Play by
did
their own
show up,
rules. Play by their own rules.
it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But imagine you go all the way to another country, like they went ahead and they got married outside.
That better be one heck of a 5-star resort.
All right,
if
great,
you-
cool,
no
congrats.
wedding.
Dano?
Yeah, you guys hit on some of the big ones for sure. I will say this. As someone that knows people from Philadelphia, like, I'm sorry. I don't like
West Philadelphia?
born and raised, but the people in Philadelphia care about their product more, and Hallmark messes it up more than any other city. And I don't understand. None of these people, like literally, Jonathan Bennett, Tyler Hynes, BJ Britt. Why? What? Make it a town that nobody has any of these markers for that are so obvious, and instead they're like, you can't beat a Philly pretzel. Okay, buddy. Cool. Great. I'm glad you said that line. I am still dumbfounded by the fact that they all went to a wedding, and then the 3 of those dudes all live in town. They all do. So they didn't stay at the hotel.
Right.
And then they all got up and they all met each other for Sunday morning breakfast. That's weird.
My impression was like this is their hangout.
Okay.
This is where they always
And
go.
then BJ Britt is in a tailored suit and tie.
True.
at Sunday morning breakfast.
And also, you know who tends to be busy with work in the first thing in the morning?
Doctors.
Pediatricians, especially.
This guy is in a tailored suit, tie all the way up, Sunday morning breakfast after wedding. And then he gets crapped on about his fashion. What is that about?
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea is like, you know, he's supposed to be Mr. Anal Retentive schedule guy, so that's why he's always dressed up. And the idea is like, for your date, you need to maybe like not wear a tie.
I wrote this down. You don't dress well, says guy in Phillies polo to guy in tailored suit. What in the world?
That's a home run.
I did have some qualms about white gay guy judges black guy's fashion sense. That's like,
especially
really,
when it's BJ Britt in a tailored suit.
Yeah,
it's not like he's off the rack.
But even in the trying on clothes montage where he puts on like the stupid stuff, it's like, yeah, but on you it looks
still
good.
works. Yeah. My man has like everything he wears in the movie is made for him.
Yeah.
And to me, like,
and the guy in the Phillies polo is like, we need to go shopping.
Well, but
to me, it would have made more sense.
It's that default gay guy, like, you know, I know more about shoes than you.
Right.
I do not.
That's
Let me
my
be
thing.
very clear.
Exactly.
You don't want to take me shopping because my taste sucks.
Is there anything else in the movie aside from that scene that would make us believe that Jonathan Bennett is the fashion guy?
Nothing.
No, not really.
Because if anything, we know that Jackson has clients. Like Jackson
would
is
be
the
the
one.
fashion
he would
guy.
send the influencer over.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That was very
this
weird.
is a long-standing myth that like all gay men have good taste, and I think we all know now that's just.
But
not
if
true.
you had a buddy of yours who was gay and wore just Phillies polos
he'd be probably the last guy I would
and
ask.
then
Yeah.
told you how to
Like,
dress.
I'm very excited that I found this very Christmassy LL Bean flannel shirt, philo.tv/DTH.
That's right.
But like that's just the height of my own.
it is
Dave
very
White
nice.
is curating my look most of the time.
LLbean.com promo code DECK as well for the Alonso look. I didn't want to say it.
Oh,
but,
can you imagine?
the montage of Heather Hemmens and BJ Britt talking to each other on the phone, trying to schedule a time to see each other, is one of the most laughable things in the history of movie making. Apparently, they both work in doctors' offices with giant whiteboard calendars with Post-it notes all over it. I ain't even heard of the cloud. Are you kidding me?
No one's on a Slack channel here.
Nobody's slacking. Nobody's messaging. Nobody's calendar. They all are operating on the giant marker board calendar with Post-it notes.
Google what? No, I got nothing.
I couldn't. And then when they talk, it's like, all right, what can you do next week? Nothing. What can you do next month? Nothing. What about the month after that? Nothing. What about the month after? At some point, you're going to start saying the names of the months. You're going to start. If I say, what about the month after the next month? You're going to be like, what are you talking about? You're immediately going to be like, is that December or January?
Right.
They didn't have the rights to months here. Clearly, they couldn't pull off
7
that.
hours are negligible, so why time clearly means nothing.
And then it coincides with her surprise video calling him from, I'm going to lowball it 5 feet away.
Right.
Like he turns around and like, how did you not? It's a wide open field, man. Like, how'd you not see any of that? He takes Heather Hemmens to dinner and says, this is ranked one of the 3 best spots in town. Which is a line that should just never be said, because then you immediately are going, well, there's 2 better, right? Like you should just say, this is consensus one of the best.
Sure.
One of the 3 best. Well, where is it? It's got to be 3, because if it was 2, you'd say one of the 2 best.
That's true.
When you say 3, what you're saying is I didn't take you the first or second best.
This
place.
welcome to the bronze.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You got 3rd best.
Everybody knows that when you do lists online, you don't put them in any specific order. It's just like, here are 3.
Top 3.
They're all
And
on the
the
equal. If Alonso was doing lists, that's how he would do
That's
that.
right.
He's like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not
no question.
doing
Everybody
we're
went
not
on
doing
this.
numbers
Could we
here.
not? No.
And the last one, and I have the feeling, and I don't want to step on your what the Hallmark, but the fact that you didn't mention this guitarist yet is beyond me. The music that is playing, we see all the time in Hallmark movies, the music that's playing doesn't match up. This guy is going at maybe a quarter of the speed.
Yeah.
He's like doing this, and the music is like and he's just like, I don't know what happened here. I don't know where the editing went wrong, but it's a mess.
There's no way he's getting invited back, though. You can't
No.
get that close to people.
But
You're not
also,
allowed.
they keep showing close-ups of his hands, and they just don't match.
Yeah.
They're not even close. Like, try to make us think they're actually listening to that music. It was real bad. That's all.
But strolling musicians is a favorite sort of Hallmark trope
Classic.
of like,
Yes.
thing that is annoying in the world.
It's time for What the Hallmark. It's where we wonder what could have been, maybe having some clarity, any questions that we still have. What are we still wondering about? Maybe we'll get some answers in the coming movies. I don't know, but Alonso.
Yeah, that's the thing. There are 2 movies to come, and we don't know what the Runaway Bride's story is yet. So there's all of that is still on the table. But did I miss this? Did they pick a place where they're going to live?
No.
They're going to just be long distance
That's mine.
married now?
He told, it came out at that dinner that he's considering moving over.
Right, but then
But
he
that
tells
was-
them in the cave that I didn't want to tell you because then that would make it real. And
Yes.
it seems
I
like
think
there's-
he's going to
he's
move
going to go to
her.
Bulgaria.
I think, but they don't say it definitively for sure.
So it just sort of felt like, all right, we're just going to leave that. But again, we have 2 more movies, so anything is possible.
I mean, they're clearly like the woman at the bar in the wedding dress. Is that who's with Tyler Hynes? Do we know that?
The
That would be
assumption
my
would be
assumption.
that
Is that
the third movie will
is
be the
Tyler
Tyler
Hynes
Hynes
movie.
wedding, and she's fleeing
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I don't know for sure. IMDb is very non-specific about.
Maybe the fact that I think that Walker, Campbell, and Hynes are such a perfect 3 like the chemistry there is off the charts good.
I thought that these.
Well,
this
I
was
think
right
the writing
there with
is
it.
better.
The writing's way better.
And so I think that maybe that gives them the edge. But I look, put these 3 in a Campbell-susted script, might be a different story.
Maybe you're right.
So my what the Hallmark is, I felt like they did do a good enough job with the other 2 characters to make me wonder a lot just about them. What is Jonathan Bennett's deal? He's a very interesting character. What's Tyler Hynes' deal? I'm like, and how much
You're not dreading seeing movies
No,
about that.
they gave us just enough about those characters to make me go, I wonder what their deal is. So for that reason, congratulations. But there is one other scene when they're walking in the park, I believe, and Tyler Hynes' daughter has this bag, and she's like, "Don't look in the bag," and then they don't.
Oh yeah.
They don't do anything with that. Is that going to somehow come back?
Are they seeding something?
I don't
for
know.
later?
Are they going to?
I
Yes.
do blame Sister Swap for some of this. Like
Yes.
Sister Swap.
I'm
did
not
this.
relitigating Sister Swap,
And
with
they
you
did
guys.
it better.
You're wrong.
I want to be
about
very
Sister
clear.
Swap.
Sister Swap did it better, but after Sister Swap, we've had Wedding Veil, Love Club, and this, which are not the exact same thing as Sister Swap.
Right.
But this idea of the Love Club, Love Club especially does the same opening scene in all 4 movies.
Okay.
Like that idea that I said Sister Swap didn't do well, and you disagree with me on, and that's fine. All of these other movies are doing it worse. So
Fair.
so that may make the Sister Swap better in retrospect, but I do blame Sister Swap for some of this stuff that I don't think they're ever going to pay off that. It took me a second to remember, but I don't think they're going to pay it off.
It was just a very small thing, and I literally wrote down, "Yo, what's in the bag?"
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag? And I thought, I was like, I'll put this here. I'm sure they'll get to it.
But these movies exist because Three Wise Men and a Baby was a big hit.
Wedding Veil was too.
Okay, yes, but my question is: was Sister Swap a big enough thing that it has become influential?
I
or
think
is it just
Sister,
a random
Sister
coincidence?
Swap broke the seal, the glass ceiling, if
I
you will,
see.
on this
The idea
very
of
specific idea of doing these scenes.
Multiple movies.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got any?
Mine is the thing this movie has going for it, which obviously the chemistry of those 3 guys didn't work for me, but they get a lot of screen time together in this movie. Mm-hmm. Did they put this one first because that's where most of the screen time is, or are we supposed to expect they get that much screen time together in the next 2? Because if BJ Britt's moving to Bulgaria, I think that becomes tough logistically, but also from a filmmaking standpoint, it becomes tough. My question is, do you think we're going to get this much of the 3 dudes actually in the same room together in the next 2 movies?
You know what's interesting? I just had this thought. The 15 is a hard age line. I wonder if it was meant for another movie.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance.
I mean, time does pass.
This like
right.
the next movie takes place in 2 years, or Tyler Hynes' movie takes place in 2
Right,
years.
right.
Where 15 is indeed a hard age. So if you're writing 3 movies that take place over time, and you've written
lost
this
track
one.
of
Yeah,
which is where.
that's something to keep an eye on.
I'll tell you though, I think that scene in the cave really is setting up the next two movies where he rails on Bennett for not wanting a commitment, and they rail on Hynes for not dating anybody. I think that's the germ of the idea of what the next two are going to be about.
For sure. Yeah. Interesting. Well, we did it, everybody.
We did
Congratulations.
it.
We're going to be back next week with the second one. And Alonso, you're joining us for all three of them.
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
if you
Yeah,
do
you
this,
are.
but you're joining us for all three
In
of them.
for
It's
a
going to be a lot
penny.
of fun. Until then, may we the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.